I speedrun lots of Barbie games. This is a Barbie game, so this is very on brand for me. This is Secret Agent Barbie Royal Jewels mission for the Game Boy Advance. And instead of being a princess, Barbie gets to be like a badass, which is pretty cool. So this is a pretty simple platformer. I will explain how the game works, but once we're done explaining how the game works, we're going to get super deep into the lore of this game. This is mostly a lore playthrough more than a speedrun. So time starts when I hit new game here, and we'll just get started. So we will start in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So we are Barbie. And I make that mistake sometimes, that's fine. So we are Barbie. We work for the, I'm guessing CIA? I don't know. But anyway, we are an elite task force, and we are tasked with retrieving the crown jewels of England. They have been stolen by the evil mastermind Camille. And for what purpose, we don't know. I'm assuming that it's for like money. I think that's the assumption. But anyway, so we are sort of just haphazardly wandering through England right now, looking for Camille. And we are the actual goal of the game is for every country we're in, we have to complete 4 levels. The levels are completed by going to the end of the level. There's always an exit for every level. How do we actually get to the exit of every level? We unlock doors with these mini games that you're seeing, and we avoid being detected by these very incompetent security guards. I'm gonna smoke bomb that guy. All right, so the security guards are actually Camille's security guards. We're not like avoiding police. She just litters all of her personal security everywhere, I think. We avoid detection mostly by just not caring, because these security guards don't take away enough of our health for us to care. The health is that bar in the top right corner of the screen. This is the second of the 4 different mini games you're gonna see. We avoid detection by we can also use these tools at our disposal here. What you're seeing here is called the smoke bomb compact, and basically you can use one of them on screen at any one time. I like using that instead of the other one that we have, which is the invisibility ring, because the invisibility ring has like a gauge. If you know me, a lot of people in this chat know who I am. I'm a big fan of auto scrollers in speedruns because it's just the most purposeless thing ever. So it's not a Barbie game without a really pointless auto scroller. So we're chasing Camille's limo through the streets of England in our right-hand drive pink convertible. You know, Barbie has the pink convertible, so she's going conspicuous here. And the intel was that Camille was in China. So we are going to haphazardly wander through the streets of China, and we are going to try to find what Camille is trying to do. I suspect that there's some other royal jewels that she's trying to get. And yeah, so that's what's happening there. The bad news about China is that the tool at our disposal is not a useful one. We do not have either of the ones we had in the previous level. We have the third and completely useless one, which is the robot dog. I will say the robot dog is very cute, but he doesn't actually serve any purpose. I think when they designed this game, they had in mind that it was gonna be like a stealth, a stealth thing. So you try to go behind the backs of the security guards and make sure try to go behind the backs of the security guards and try to avoid detection. But they did such a bad job, like in terms of they have. Is there a problem? Anyway, so they take away so little of your health. My stream went down. I apologize.
I'm still seeing it. So.
We're good? Everything's good now? Oh, it's good now. Cool. Oh, anyway. Sorry. I got distracted. Anyway. So I think the goal of the game was to be like some sort of like, because we're a spy and we're hacking into doors and we're avoiding detection, but they did such a poor job, like in terms of, because it's a kids game, right? So the security guys just don't take away enough health, and so you can just kind of face tank most of the security guards, with the exception of a couple of security guards. So yeah, so you've seen these hacking mini games. The first mini game you saw in the first level, yeah, this is, oh yeah, that's right. We're also low key. We're Zero Suit Samus. I don't know if that was clear or not. We're definitely Zero Suit Samus. And so you saw the one with the gates. That's the one that's primarily in England. China has the hardest of the 4 mini games, which is the laser mini game. That's the one where you can lose the most amount of time. Because if you miss the screen flashes a bunch and you're kind of stuck immobile for a while. So when you lose time in a speed run for this game, it's usually because you messed up this mini game. All right, so we were told that we should head to the palace. This is also, China is also the hardest level, is the hardest world in the game because it's the only world without an auto-scroller, and all the levels are really long. And it has the hardest mini game. So China's pretty brutal. We're headed to the palace now. This is the hardest level in the game. No, second hardest level in the game. Also, yeah, this game has hot jams. This game has some really good music. I could do this faster, but we're trying to go for safe here. If you want to say hi to the doggy, here's the doggy. There you go. So that was the doggy. I like showing them off in marathons because I'm not gonna get a PB in a marathon anyway. This game's too hard. All right, so this is the 3. This is the last time we see the laser mini game. It sends you off with the worst possible minigame. There you go. So that's what happens when you miss a laser there. So the other way you can in terms of like keeping your health up, there's of course avoiding the security guards, but you can also face tank security guards, and then if you see those little goggles, those like green goggles that you've seen been littered out throughout the levels, that's a health refill. So that's another way to beat to regain health and not die. What happens if you lose all your health is you just have to restart the level. It's pretty chill this thing. There we go. So and the way the actual game works is the main screen, like the main menu, is actually like it's the same thing as this screen, which is it's basically your, like, I want to say it's like a pager or a two-way maybe. Like, it's 2002, so I'm assuming it's not like a cell phone proper, but it's like some sort of mobile device. All right, so we didn't find Camille again, but now we are going to go to Italy because we were told that Camille was meeting up with her associate. Her associate's name is Dr. Crony. Yeah, big shout out to the mods. But her associate's name is Dr. Crony, which means he's probably a good guy, I'm guessing. But we're trying to catch her in the act of meeting with her associate in this opera house. So this is the third of the 4 mini games. It's by far the worst one. We have our smoke bombs back, so we're going to use them a bunch because it's funny to me. Just keep smoke bombing these security guards. This is by far the worst of the mini games. It's very, very slow. It's very, I don't know. It's just like there's nothing you can do. All you can do is lose time. You can't speed this up in any way. You just have to kind of wait. Yeah, it's reverse golf pong. That's what I call it. Reverse soccer pong. That's what I call it. Come on now. Come on now. There we go. In terms of like tech, You saw that was a female security guard. Those security guards, like the male security guards, have been really just terrible at their jobs so far. They just kind of stand still, and they get like the Metal Gear Solid exclamation point on their head and then do nothing. But the female security guards will chase you off to the end of the earth, so you actually have to do something about them. Shout out to the N-Gage. So you have to smoke bomb them to make sure, or make sure you have health somewhere in the level. Whoop. In terms of like movement tech, the movement tech in this game is pretty chill. This is another one of the auto scrollers. So we found Dr. Crony. We're going to chase him on our high-tech jet ski. Our jet ski matches our Zero Suit Samus suit. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but it's pretty cool. Movement tech, ladders are terrible, just like every other platformer you've ever played. So you want to spend as little time on ladders as possible. So when you're going down, you jump off the ladder, and then you tuck and roll into one of those morph balls to avoid losing any of your momentum. So we did not catch Dr. Crony there, once again, to everybody's surprise, but we are chasing him. And we suspect he's going back to his lab, so we're gonna follow him to his lab. That is the current plan. But as it turns out, crazy plot twist, his lab is underground. It's underwater. The entrance to his lab's underwater. So we're gonna put our Varia suit on here, and we're gonna scuba dive through this maze into Dr. Crony's secret lab. Oh, shout out to the Atari Lynx. I'm a big fan of the Atari Lynx. It's a very bad console, and I love it. We should just talk about the N-Gage and the Atari Lynx for the rest of this whole run. I'm really excited about it.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
I used to be like a really heavy-duty collector for the Atari Lynx. I have like 70 Atari Lynx games. It's actually really, really bad. All right, so we found all of the jewels that have been stolen, but inside of each jewel, there was definitely... but there was a gem in each one missing. So it turns out that Dr. Crony built a mind control device out of those gems for Camille, and we have to stop her. We extracted the information out of him. It turns out that she has a lab in an Aztec pyramid in Mexico. So we are gonna go find it now. We're just gonna sort of wander around Mexico and find the Aztec pyramid that she's hiding out in. As you can see, I now only have the invisibility ring, so that's what I'm using to avoid detection here. And you saw what the last of the 4 mini games is for hacking, and that's Kix. The game Kix, QIX. That's definitely that's the 4th one. It's definitely the best one. It's the fastest one. It's consistent. You don't have to like worry too much about anything. So we're in the pyramid now. This is the hardest level in the game because we're introduced to these guys, these little droids. They're kind of like the female security guards of the droids. They follow you, and you just keep losing health as long as they continue to see you. So you got to be really careful, and you got to use your meter on your ring really carefully to not actually get caught here. All right, so we get this terrible minigame one more time. I mean, this is a GBA game. I don't know how unchoppy you really wanted it to be here. This is just what the game looks like to me, even. All right, so we never have to see this minigame ever again, so you're welcome. Gonna make sure I don't lose too much health. All right, so now inside of the minigame, so we have found the actual lab itself inside of the pyramid. So we're just gonna, Also, so I speedrun a lot of Barbie games. I don't know how many people know this about me, but I speedrun several Barbie games. Several. I'm gonna go as far as saying I speedrun several. I might mess this up. Yeah, we'll just try again. It's no big deal. And this is definitely the best of them in terms of like quality of the game and like how fun it is casually. So if you're gonna play a Barbie game, like this is not a bad one to play, honestly. I prefer NES Barbie just because there's the only mini game with RNG in it. The lasers and the and silly soccer pong both have RNG, but it's pretty minor. I wouldn't. There's no real. All right, so we found Camille's hideout. We were smoking her out. She's going to yeah, Way Forward had some good ones. It's true. Way Forward has some good ones on the GBA as well. The all those puzzle games, that's the ones. Those are also pretty good. They're a little bit longer than this game. This game is pretty short. You can beat it in less than an hour casually. We're on horseback. We're jumping over things. Time ends not when this screen goes black, but when I actually mash through the ending cutscene and go back to the map. So it's coming up pretty soon though. Heads up. All right, we caught Camille and time. So that was Secret Agent Barbie Royal Jewels mission. That was pretty good. The ending cutscene, I don't really like the timing rules for this game because you can't watch the very good ending cutscene. The ending cutscene has a line where you're on the phone with the Queen of England. Yes. And you say the words, and I quote, "Yes, Your Majesty, we do make a good team." So that's really good. But yeah, big shout out to Power Up with Pride for letting me run another Barbie game 2 years after I ran a Barbie game. I will continue to submit Barbie games to this marathon until I'm out, or until they stop letting me. Oh boy. Yes, these are very good. The passwords are all like this too. You can probably just guess them yourself. They're very good. But yeah. I'll be back later. I'll be back tomorrow with another game. But until then, have a fantastic Saturday. Yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. That was a lot.